Hey there! Welcome to the first video on my channel. I'm Nicole RN, a combo player at heart, strategist by nature, and a Magic the Gathering fan for my entire life. Today we're going to be talking about a question that just keeps on popping up. Sol Ring. Is it strong enough to be on the Game Changers list, or is it just overrated hype? Well, let's clock in and find out. Imagine this. You're playing a game of Commander, just bracket 2, and you're going forth. Player 1 plays a forest, tap, Sol Ring, pass. Player 2 plays an island, tap, Sol Ring, pass. Player 3 plays a plains, tap, Sol Ring, pass. Player 4, that's you, plays a swamp, pass. How do you feel about your chances in this game? Scenario number 2. It's the same game of Commander. You're still going forth. Player 1 plays a forest. Pass. Player 2 plays an island. Pass. Player 3 plays a plains. Pass. Now it's your turn. You play a swamp. Tap. Sol Ring. Tap. Arcane Signet. Tap. Cauldron Familiar. Pass. Be honest, how do you feel in that scenario? Was Sol Ring enough to change the game? Or did it speed things up just enough to keep things interesting? We're going to deep dive this now. There are currently 51 cards on the Game Changers list. Is Sol Ring stronger or more oppressive than they are? It comes down for 1 and taps for 2, making it one of the few mana positive rocks with no restrictions not on the list. It can also come down reliably on turn 1 in a game of Commander, making it one of the fastest mana rocks available. Sol Ring's also become iconic in the Commander format. It has been printed in just about every precon that Wizards has released, the exception being Painbow from Dominaria United. And if you can tell me why it wasn't included in Painbow, please leave a comment down below. I'd love to learn why. Sol Ring's also been printed 119 different times and has been included in 19 secret layers. All that sounds pretty darn special to me. Let's think back to the scenarios a bit ago. Yeah, they're a little bit extreme, but it shows what I'm talking about. In the first scenario, if everybody has a Sol Ring except for you, they end up beating each other up while you're playing catch up. So if everybody has a Sol Ring, it's like nobody has a Sol Ring. But in the second scenario is where the Sol Ring really shines. If you can spend your first turn setting up 5 mana after your land drop for your second turn, you're already leagues ahead of your opponents. Especially if you use your Arcane Signet to cast Dark Ritual instead of the Cauldron Familiar. I just went with the kitty because I like combos. And speaking of combos, Sol Ring works really well as a combo piece. It works with Hullbreaker Horror or Tidespout Tyrant to give you Infinite Storm. All you've got to do is use your Sol Ring to cast an Arcane Signet, bouncing your Sol Ring back to your hand, and then cast your Sol Ring, bouncing your Arcane Signet back to your hand, and then cast your Arcane Signet, bouncing your Sol Ring back to your hand, and then cast your Sol Ring, bouncing your Arcane Signet back to your hand, and repeat. I run that combo in my VV Ornithir deck because I like to ping everybody else while I run it. And I know that combos can be kind of iffy in the lower brackets, and I'm not saying that every combo piece should be a game changer, but it does show the versatility of this little card. An early Sol Ring can be less of a mana rock and more of an IV drip of pure ramped advantage. This is the part where people tend to over-exaggerate. Sol Ring doesn't win the game on its own. Rarely am I going to keep a hand with one land and a Sol Ring unless the rest of the hand is pure gold. One good card does not make a terrible hand into anything better than a bad hand. And more than that, EDH is a social game. If one player starts running ahead with advantage, whether it's a turn 1 Sol Ring or a game changer like Rhystic Study or 2,000 Scute Swarm tokens, the rest of the table will work together to mitigate the biggest threat. Think about how often you've lost a game of Commander due to a turn 1 Sol Ring. And now think about how often you've won a game for the same reason. They just don't happen as often as people think. So, should Sol Ring be a game changer? No. Sol Ring is an incredible ramp piece. It enables combos, speed, and table politics, but it doesn't change the game. The Game Changer list is there to limit insane resource hoarding, super easy tutoring, and simply unfun cards. And Sol Ring doesn't really fit into any of those categories. It's not nearly as broken as the One Ring or simply unfun as Turgid, God of Fright. Those are a whole different level of card. I also can't see Wizards limiting their poster child for EDH. The card that was printed in just about every pre-con is not about to go and push an entry-level product directly into bracket 3. Wizards just isn't going to let that happen. Sol Ring just doesn't have the power, and it has way too much brand recognition to ever find its name on the Game Changers list. Thanks for joining me for my first video. Make sure you like and subscribe if you enjoyed this and want to see more content like it. And now I want to hear from you. Leave a comment down below with your thoughts. Do you think Sol Ring should be a game changer? Do you think it should be banned? Do you think we should be running more fast mana in our decks? I look forward to hearing from you. I can't wait to grow this community with y'all, and I've got a lot more content coming. Now, clock out and go home.